Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today it has just been announced Joe Lewis has signed a contract with Wimbledon. He's been recalled from Stockport and we've bought him on a permanent deal, and my God, I think most Wimbledon fans are so happy about this deal. He's been so good with us, but today we're going to dive into more about my opinions on the transfer news, on the transfer being completed. Joe Lewis obviously signing a contract at Wimbledon. Now he's not alone, which is absolutely perfect, but we're going to dive more into it today. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, let's get into this reaction video. Well, wow, what a signing it is. Joe Lewis has had an incredible start to Wimbledon ever since he joined from Stockport County on loan in the summer. To be honest, I think Wimbledon fans didn't really know a lot about him. He had limited game time at Stockport County, and ever since he's come into our squad, he's proven that he is a League Two centre-back. He could even play in a higher league. I think he's so good. He's been so important to us in the back line. Like, we have the back line of Billa right back or Oggs right back. Then you have Jack Curry at left back, and then Ryan Johnson and Joe Lewis as the two pairing centre-backs. Them two have been incredible. Obviously, they both know each other really well. They've played with each other at Stockport. They've played against Wimbledon, and they both started last season when Stockport County beat us 1-0 away from home at Stockport. So I think that's been really important for us, for the back line. Just like when most players come in, they don't really know a lot about the players and who they are, where they play, etc. But when you come into a squad and you already know faces and you're literally the same position as them, is absolutely amazing. And it's just going to make it more better for the defensive performances. Both Ryan Johnson and Joe Lewis are now on a permanent, which is just crazy. Something that we didn't really expect to happen at the start of the season, but Joe Lewis has proven and Ryan Johnson have proven how good they are as two pairing centre-backs. And I think that really shown, especially against Ipswich, where we lost 3-1 on Saturday in the FA Cup round 3. You obviously had Ryan Johnson and Pearce, and then Pearce came off and then it was Ryan Johnson and Paul Kalambayi as two pairing centre-backs. And I didn't really feel like that worked. Paul Kalambayi obviously has had limited game time due to his injury, and I don't really think he was the best, but Ryan Johnson and Joe Lewis work so well together, and I'm so glad they're in our team. This is maybe one of the best signings that we've had in quite a while. We've never really seen a lone player go back and then we buy them. I feel like the deal might have been quite a lot of money just because we rate him so highly, but he wanted to stay in South London, play for Wimbledon instead of Stockport. And to be honest, I don't blame him. We've made him feel welcome. We've made him have a lot of game time, playing week in week out every single game with a pairing centre back who he already knows a lot and trusts and everything. So this is one of the perfect signings for Wimbledon so far, and let's hope the January transfer window can just kickstart now. It's been over a week and we've only had one signing, which is incredible. We usually start off really well in January, just bringing in some decent players. But I think Craig Cope, Johnny Jackson have thought about it really well, not bringing in as many loans. But let's hope like Connor Evans, Alex Bass don't get recalled. I feel like Connor Evans might. I've heard rumours that he might get recalled, but Alex Bass is definitely staying for the remainder of the season, which you love to see. So yeah, brilliant news for Wimbledon. Especially when we look at last season, we had such... Obviously, we have a better start of the season this year, but last year we still had a decent start to the season and we had really good players. We had our Ubasal scoring goals for fun. We had Riley Towler at the back, and then he was on loan from Bristol City, went back, got recalled, and then went to Portsmouth, which was pretty much where the downfall of the season started. And I feel like if we didn't sign Joe Lewis on a permanent and he got recalled and then went elsewhere, maybe played for Stockport because they are top of the league, and they have a little bit of a little bit of a defensive crisis, let's say, but they have been rumoured to bring in defenders, which is brilliant, and he's not getting recalled, obviously on a permanent now, which you love to see. But yeah, as I said, this is literally the perfect start to the January 2024 transfer window. bringing in a player which we have trusted. We gave him a lot of game time, didn't really know much about him. He's came in, have a really good attitude, played really well alongside Ryan Johnson, chipped in with some goals as well, scored 2 against Colchester, and there were 2 really good goals. He's really good in the air. He also scored against Stevenage in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. It was a really good header. He's really good in the air. The aerial battles, he seems like he wins them all the time. He's a threat from free kicks, swinging it into the box. He always will be with Ryan Johnson next to him as well. I think in the air, we look like a really strong team this year. It's really exciting news. Obviously, Joe Lewis has signed a permanent, and let's hope we can bring in some more world-class players. There hasn't really been a lot of rumours other than Joe Lewis. They pretty much popped up. Well, we haven't really had rumours for the first 8 or 9 days of the January transfer window until we heard rumours about Joe Lewis signing on a permanent, which we are always happy about. We were quite worried about if he was going to get recalled or not. There were so many rumours going by that he was going to get recalled, and now he isn't, and now he's back with us on a permanent, which you absolutely love to see. It just seems like everything around the club is just so much more positive, enthusiastic. It's like we're making the right decisions. We're spending money, which is great to see. I'm not really sure how much money we have in the bank. Obviously, we've still got a stadium to pay off, which is a couple million, I believe it is, still in debt. So, but it's really great to see the amount of effort Craig Cope, Johnny Jackson is, and they're actually thinking about the signings, because we've had players in the past, I'm not going to name names, but we've had players in the past which have not really had experience in League 2 and League 1, and then they come and play for us, don't play well, and the fans expect more. And it seems like we're really thinking about the transfers that we're making and thinking more long term as well. Like, we haven't got a lot of loans this year, and we've already signed a loan which been recalled and then come back to us on a permanent, which is what you want. Obviously, as I said in this video already, we've made him feel welcome, and now he's one of us. He's a Don. He's on a permanent contract here for a couple of years, which is the perfect start to the January transfer window. Where else do I think we should strengthen? I think obviously it's up front. I think in midfield we have a lot of depth. Jake Reeves, Armani Little, Harry Pell, James Ball. Obviously Charlie Lakin went back. We've recalled Morgan Williams, and yeah, I feel like we are quite sound at the back. Obviously, Will Nightingale has got his loan extended up until the end of the year at St Mirren in Scotland, which is fair play to him. I think he's actually done it right. But when you look at his stats, he's always averaged quite a good rating every single game for St Mirren. So that's what you want. But I don't really see Will Nightingale playing for Wimbledon again. I think he'll come back and then go. I'm not really sure where he will go, because it's really hard to compare this. To compare the Scottish Premiership to the English leagues. Maybe another League 2 club, League 1. I actually really rate Will Nightingale, but I just don't see him getting back into our squad at any point, even after his loan ends. But I feel like up front is really the only position, maybe on the wings as well. Even though we got a lot of depth, if Connor Evans goes back to Stockport County, then I feel like we do need to sign another winger. And Ronan Curtis would be the perfect signing for me. Obviously, there was rumours that he was training with us, sat on the bench with us at Portsmouth away in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy where we won 5-2. He will be perfect. Even though he's had an injury, he was so good before it, and if he can maintain that, and even though he's dropping down the league, I feel like he will do so well if he plays anything like he did before he got his injury. And also, this signing is just so important for the January month, because we have so many hard games. I think every team that we play are in the top half of the table. We have Wrexham, we have Crawley, Mansfield, and then when you get into the start of February, obviously we still have Ali and Omar out. If they make it to the latter stages of the Asian Cup, then we'll have Barrow and then Bradford, which are 2 teams that are fighting to get promotion as well. So it's really important for the back line. If we can just get a couple more signings up front, as we are a little bit light at the moment up front because we have our 2 star men out in Qatar in the Asian Cup. So I feel like up front we definitely still need to strengthen, but it's a very good start to the transfer window. But yeah, that is my video of my reaction to Joe Lewis signing on a permanent deal from Stockport County. I think every Wimbledon fan will be over the moon. Shorts, as we call him, is staying, which is perfect for the remainder of the season and hopefully in future seasons to come. But thank you for watching. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. As always, come on, you Dons.